Hi everyone, it's Sarah, the owner and maker behind Multifarious Nature. Thank you so much for joining me today. I'm not sure which day this is going to be that I'm uploading it. You will see I'm in a new location. Super excited. This room is a disaster still. Oh, by the way, if you are not subscribed and you would like to subscribe, please feel free to do so by hitting the subscribe button below. And if you hit the bell, you'll be notified when I post new videos. I try to post weekly, but I'm still in transition here because we moved. All right. Missing like all my spiel. For those of you that are returning viewers, welcome back. And if you're a new viewer, a big welcome to you. I'm so grateful that you're here. This week, I am going, it's been a couple weeks. It's been a bit because I've been moving. But I wanted to talk about the Michigan Fiber Festival. I hope you were able to go if you wanted to go. And if you didn't get a chance to, I highly recommend you go. This is my second year going, not of being a vendor, just going and having fun, purchasing goodies. And I purchased some goodies. I'm going to warn you all, you know, if you're trying not to spend money, probably not a good video for you to watch. But yeah, I'll first show you guys, you know, I'll give you a proper tour of this like studio space here. Well, this is my like yarn room, and it's a bit of a cluster at the moment. It really is. And I'm still trying to figure out the lighting, so I apologize. It's probably gonna be a little funky, but you will see I actually have my yarn behind me now. This is something new that I'm doing. So this is all Multifarious Nature yarn. So you can kind of see some of the colors that are still in stock. And I do still have that sale going. The 25% off is going through the 10th of September. So that's my moving sale deal. I have already moved, but I am still doing that sale because I want to, you know, make extra room, and that will give that any of the profits from that, which some of you have been so awesome during this sale. And for those of you liking the video too and doing any of that, that helps me so much. So thank you for your support, so much for your support. And I promise I will be dying soon. Oh my goodness. I'm just getting so antsy about it. I kid you guys not, every day when we haven't been traveling, because we made the dire mistake of planning a bunch of trips, and then we sold our house and we purchased a house, and then we had to move, and we're doing all that and while we had all our trips planned, and we can't really just cancel them. These were trips with multiple people. So I'm exhausted. Every day that we've come home from work, we've basically been doing yard work or unpacking. And I'm going to be honest, I've really only been doing yard work because when I come home from work, I do the yard work and then it's dinner time and we cook dinner and I have no time to unpack. So that's a little stressful. So I actually took the day off on Monday after we got back from a trip and unpacked a bunch of this because I wanted to do this so bad. My priorities, you guys, is yarn. I know you guys can understand. But anyway, if you hear any weird noises, again, learning curve. I'm out in the country. We currently have some minor road work going on. It's about a mile, like a mile and a quarter away. So I think it's definitely far enough away that it's not going to be noticeable. However, our neighbor right behind us here has horses, and so they are kind of turning over the pasture right now, and they use apparently farm equipment for that. So it's a little noisy. The windows are well insulated, so I think we're okay. But if you hear noises, I'm sorry. You may hear the horses. That's kind of fun, right? All right, so we're gonna get right into it. So I'm going to show you all kinds of stuff that I purchased. I purchased a lot. I don't think, I'm like thinking to myself, did I spend as much money as I did last year? I don't think I did. I might have actually. I might have spent about the same amount, to be honest. You know, but I was able to support a lot of people. I supported a lot of people last year, but I got support even more, which I'm so grateful for. So wait, there's one in here in particular that I cannot for the life of me remember who I bought it from, which that's the one downside. I try to hang on to like cards from each person, and I I don't know what happened to the card for this one. So, bummer. Yeah, I tried to mark up this so that you guys would be able to tell. I will try my hardest to share links below. I am struggling with internet still. We don't have internet at our house yet. So the way I get this to you guys is going to be, you know, magic. But let's just start with all the goodies. So I purchased a lot of goodies. And this is in no particular order. It's just going down my list. It probably will be alphabetical. So the first thing I purchased was actually, this is not the first thing, but a couple things that I purchased was from Yarn Dyer. I got to actually support some indie yarn dyers this year, and I'm really excited about that. So they have some beautiful bases that they dye on, and I'm excited about that. This company is called Aisling Yarns. There we go. Aisling Yarns. They have unique bases, and BFL is a huge base that they carry. So this is 100% BFL. It is not superwash, so it has that like kind of more crispy feel to it. It is 4-ply, and it's sock, and it is the colorway. What is the colorway? The Blue Marble. Isn't that so pretty? So these were, they had some colors that were being discontinued, and so they actually had them on sale. So this is Blue Marble, which is really pretty. And the other one I actually was able to snag 2 of, which I'm really excited because then I have plenty of yardage to make like a garment out of it. So this is Tweed Sock, which I've not worked with tweed yet. I'm really excited about that. And it's 85% superwash BFL and 15% of the neps for the Tweed Sock. And it's 460 yards per, this one's 438 yards. This one is 460 yards. And it's really pretty. You can see, and the colorway is Sunset Boulevard. Be Still My Heart. I love this color so much. This color speaks to me. If you can't tell, I like reds and neutrals and deep colors, and I do have some fun ones. I do like to do some fun ones, but this just so speaks to me. Sunset Boulevard, absolutely beautiful. So I'm really excited to work with this. I'm not sure what I'm going to make with it yet, but I gave myself permission that if there were some fun, like amazing steel yarns that I could find, I would snatch them up. And if I could find enough for a garment, I would just snatch them. And they were a great deal. I think these were half price or something. Maybe not. Maybe they weren't half price. That's extremely generous discount. I don't think they were half price. But they were a really good discount though, nonetheless. I think they were 25% off or something. So it was a great deal. So that's Aisling Yarns. I'm going to put these over here. What I've talked about. This, before I forget about it, because I know I will, because I didn't put it in my pile and I see it in my peripheral here. This basket here that I have a bunch of yarn in is absolutely massive. It's huge. So I'm thinking I could make my Christmas blanket. I'm gonna make the habitation throw with my Advent this year, and I am going to use that basket to knit it in. This basket, that basket. I got the basket from, I'm skipping around a little here. I kind of know the name, I just want to make sure I get it right. I've got my list here in front of me. I feel like it's Frogget Studio, but that's not really the name. It is... It's a yarn truck. Oh dear, it's probably right in front of my face. I'm sorry, guys. Frogget. That's the name of it. Frogget. Frogget. They sell these, and they actually it's one of the best pricing I've seen with baskets. So I don't know if you can order it online, but if you go to their website, I'm sure you can see when they're traveling. And it was a great deal. It's not cheap. It's not cheap. But I've looked at these baskets for a while now. I know a few sellers that sell them. And it is some of the best pricing that I have seen out there. Yeah, I've not looked into buying baskets and selling them yet. I've wanted them myself so bad. So I don't know. I might look into it eventually, but I'm really trying to focus on the yarn itself. So I don't know. I like having some tools and stuff though for those fiber enthusiasts. So I don't know. I might end up, I don't know. I'll look into it at some point. If you guys want me to look into it, if you are interested in buying baskets, put a comment down below and just let me know that, and then I may pursue it further. But at the moment, I'm not really looking into doing that for Multifarious Nature. But Frogget sells them if you're looking for a good deal. Okay, next one is project bag. I got a project bag. I'm so excited. One, the project bag was a great price, and two, it's an amazing project bag. It's so amazing. The designer is Allegheny, might not be saying that right, Allegheny Fiber Arts. Allegheny. And look at the print. It has coffee all over it. Oh, I love it. And it doesn't even have to be coffee. It could be hot cocoa and coffee and basically cozy drinks. So I'm really excited. I got another big project bag. I like the big project bags. It's got this wonderful handle that is actually detachable. And then this is where it gets extra exciting. Oh my word. Can you see this? There is a pocket. There's a pocket that divides this thing in half, and then there's a pouch that zips that you can put your scissors. It's totally big enough. You can put some little scissor snips in there, any little goodies, and I'm so excited. It's a beautiful bag. It's very well made. I mean, look at this. It's got a huge bottom to it. It's almost like a bucket bag. The way she designs it, it's just huge. It's huge. I'm so excited. I'm so excited. So yeah, definitely gonna make a cozy sweater in this coming up here. Definitely going to do that. So that again is that Allegheny Fiber Arts. And then the next one is, oh, I'm wearing it. The Dancing Goats. They have all kinds of fun stuff. This is actually extremely not fiber related. They sell things that are, like, they have drop spindles and they make all of it handmade. And this is a copper cufflet that they hand make. And it's just really pretty. It has this beautiful hammered finish to it. And it was a lot shinier. It's gotten some tarnish on there, but I actually kind of like that tarnished look. I could polish it and keep it all polished, but I've always been a fan of that tarnished look. I don't know, it looks more vintage to me, and I love that. So it's just really pretty. It's a nice, fun cuff to wear, and I was so excited because when I saw that they, on their website, or I think it was on Facebook. It was on Facebook for the Fiber Fair Festival. They were talking about that booth, and they put a picture of these, and I was like, oh my gosh, I gotta try and see if I can get one. And they just had a few, so I did nab one, and they were a decent price as well. Everything's very reasonably priced. People have been like great with their price points, so very excited. The next one that I got here is trying to remember what this is for. Oh, right in front of my face. Okay, I got another advent. I ordered an advent, I got another advent. So I ordered I have my own advent. I always love to support another indie dyer with my advents for my Christmas present. And I purchased or my husband purchased as his gift to me, a advent from My goodness, my brain's gone, you guys. I'm so tired. I can't even pretend anymore. It'll come to me at some point. But I did. I purchased it from an indie dyer, an Advent, and I actually had to contact her to let her know I moved and I have a new address. It's crazy. But anyway, I purchased another Advent. This is a different Advent. This is not a yarn Advent. This is a stitch marker Advent, and this was from Ewe Knit Knacks is the creator, another person out of Michigan, and I have her business card. I don't really want to dig around in here too much because I don't want to ruin the surprise for myself. Here we go, her business card, and she's out of Michigan, but here you go. She's a newer company as well, established in 2019. It's Ewe as in E-W-E, Knit Knacks. And she has really cute stitch markers, all kinds of items. Don't want to give too much away, but it's adorable. So if you're looking for a Progress Keeper Advent, I don't know if she still has them available. She did at the show. But you should check her out. Again, reasonably priced, and you get a bunch of stitch markers. This is only 12-day though. I should let you know that. This is a 12-day Advent instead of 24, like my Advent is a 25-day Advent. This is a 12-day. Can't talk. But they're really cute. She does a lot of that, like wood burning. So it's really fun, and like wood cutouts and stuff. Really neat. So excited to see that. Next one is a favorite of many. I don't know why I missed her last year. I don't know how I missed her last year. I know how, because I had a list. Last year I had a list of things that I really wanted to get. This year I went in to this festival not having a preconceived list of what I wanted. I had people I wanted to see, but I didn't have a preconceived list. So the Felted Soap Lady, I visited her, and I picked up some of her beautiful soaps because I could not help myself. They're so wonderful. It smells amazing. I went with her goat's milk soap because I love goat's milk soap. It's so moisturizing. So I got White Tea Ginger and Lily of the Valley. Oh, it smells so good. And Moroccan Mint, which it smells so good, you guys. I just love it. Her booth, I was like sniffing them all, and I'm like, how am I gonna narrow this down? So I went with some mild scents because I know my husband's a little sensitive to smells. So I went with some mild ones that he could use and not have issues with. So I definitely picked up stuff from her, Felted Soap Lady. And she's wonderful. She's so wonderful. Oh, next one I bought a couple things from. I really liked her booth. So this is, she rebranded. So she was going by this name, Ice Moon Stash. She's not going by that anymore. So, because she was rebranding, these all were at a discounted price, and they're little minis, but they're big minis. I'll give you I'll explain why I say they're big minis. Normally minis are 10 grams or 20 grams. This is a 28 gram. This one is 30 grams, and this one is also 30 grams. So these are like ginormous minis. This one has Stellina in it, and the names are funny, you guys. Wait for this. This is Olivia, so it's not funny. It's pretty, and it's gorgeous. Really pretty color, kind of a pastel. I figured this would make some fun socks. This one is Velamo. Another kind of pastel-y, but a little bit of more your blues and green. And then last but not least, this one is definitely hilarious. Boo you whore is what it says. And I'm sure those who like Mean Girls might recognize that reference. Boo you whore. So hilarious. Again, little pastels. It's got some pink and green and blue. Very similar to Velamo, but this has pink in it. So those were a great deal. And then I got, because I want to make yarn, so I got, now she's rebranded as Supernova. So Supernova Dye-Works. She's out of mid-Michigan. And this color is Horse Girl Energy. And it is her, it has 70% merino and 30% icicle stellina. Look at all that sparkle. Woo! You can see that a mile away, can't you? Ho, 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 ho. I have no idea what I'm going to do. I'm going to let it do what it's going to do. It's probably going to be some fun socks, or I could use it in a cowl. But isn't it gorgeous? It's so pretty. I just saw her that icicle stellina. She had just a couple. This was the last skein, the last one she had in this colorway, at least on the shelves. So I don't know if she had more in stock, but beautiful. It's so beautiful. It's this deep, again, like berry color, which I love, and some neutral in there, and then of course some sparkle. So it's got browns. It's beautiful. So I'm excited to work with that. So that was all from Supernova Dye-Works. So let's support her. So now we're getting to the more, I have no idea where they're from. I really don't. I wish I knew, but I don't. And it came in this cute little bag. They put it in this little bag. So I finally bought one. I didn't think I would ever need one. And then I wear my shawls because I like my shawls. And some of them will fall off my shoulder, and it's like, depending on how I'm wearing it. And I'm like, I don't want it to fall off my shoulder, but I want it to drape around my shoulders. So I did. I broke down and I bought a shawl pin, but it's not like any other shawl pin. This is kind of a unique one. It's got this really pretty mesh looking bit here, and then it's got these cute little bit here that weaves through your shawl, and then it's got a little pine cone. Isn't it the cutest thing ever? And it's kind of this antique, again, like antiqued copper look to it, which I love. It's so pretty. It's kind of that bronze gorgeousness. So yes, that, I don't remember who I got it from. There you have it. I'm sorry, I don't remember where I bought that one from. It's unfortunately been 2 weeks, almost 2 weeks since the Fiber Festival. We're just doing so much moving. It's so hard for me to remember stuff. This one, I also do not remember the vendor. So if any of you have spun, this is for you spinners out there, if any of you have spun with alpaca, can you please let me know if you've spun from raw alpaca? Do you clean it before you spin it, or do you spin it dirty? I'm trying to take a little bit of a poll and figure out what I want to do, because it's dirty, like it's not been processed. I told myself I would not buy another fleece. I told myself I wouldn't. So I didn't buy a fleece. There were a lot of beautiful fleeces there that I admired from afar and up close. But this one, I purchased alpaca because I thought it would be kind of fun to blend it with some of my other fleeces that I purchased, so I could do some fun stuff with alpaca blended, because alpaca is amazing and soft and fluffy and makes everything super soft and fluffy. So I just had to buy it. I did. How could I not? It was $10 for this whole big bag. This huge bag of alpaca. However, obviously I need to know how to process it. It's super soft, so I'm afraid to wash it prior to spinning it. I talked to the vendor, and she recommended the way she would do it is spin it dirty and then clean it. So I don't know. What are your suggestions? What would you do? Like, or not what would you do? What have you had experience with? I'm going to also look in my fiber book because I haven't done that yet. And I'm going to take a census of everything. And then after I figure that all out, I'll narrow it down and figure out what I'm going to do. So my goal is to card this with another fleece and make a blend and spin from that. So that will help me narrow it down what I'm going to do. But yeah. All right, so the last bit that I got from the Fire Festival was from Yarn Adventure. It's another yarn truck, and it's so cute. It really has nothing to do with yarn at all, but I had to buy it because I'm a huge fan of this movie. Well, it's a book. It's a book. Hello, Jane Austen, guys. Okay, Jane Austen. And be still my heart. This is one of my favorite quotes. And those of you who are big Jane Austen, Mr. Darcy fans, I don't know if you can read this. I probably can't, but here, I'll read it for you. You have bewitched me body and soul. One of my favorite lines from Mr. Darcy to Miss Elizabeth. And yes, it is on a beautiful cameo looking face. It's absolutely gorgeous. I am sorry, I cannot remember the actual person who makes this. I've been meaning to look it up because this is the last one that Yarn Adventure, she was selling on her truck. That was the last one. And she's not going to be getting more stock from this vendor because she's not doing wholesale anymore. But I do want to look her up because she has more, I guess, bookish quotes and pins. And it's a pin, and it's a nice pin. It actually has 2 of these push pin backs to it. Really, really nice. So, really pretty, decent sized. And it has one of my favorite quotes. And it's so feminine and beautiful. So I put it on my festival bag. I've made a little tradition of buying the festival bag. This is my 2nd year, so I don't know if you can call it a tradition yet or not. But Michigan Fiber Festival, and the same artist that did last year's did this year's, and she had the little beautiful Angora like bunny on there. Got to see the Angora bunnies this year. So cute, so soft. I wanted to run off with a couple of them. They're absolutely adorable. So adorable. But I didn't. They didn't have the alpacas, like I said. Bummed about that. Okay, one other acquisition, not Fiber Festival related, but fiber related. I found it on eBay, and I don't think I talked about this in any other videos. If I did, ignore me. But I picked up 3 skeins of Ewe Knit Irish. I might have talked about this already. If I did, ignore me, like I said. 52% cotton, 48% linen. I'm still bewildered by the yardage. I looked it up and they say that she does the yardage held double. That's the yardage, which confused the daylights out of me because yardage is usually always the actual yardage of a single strand. So I don't know what the actual yardage is. If it's 126 or it's, 240 or 340. You do the math. I can't do it in my head. But it's pretty. It's really pretty. It's a nice, neutral. It looks very much like a natural dyed. It's gorgeous. It would just be beautiful. And I bought it with the intent of making this cami by Cadre. It's the Remy camisole. Super cute, ribbed cami. Probably will fit amazing. But yeah, got them off of eBay. Great deal. eBay is wonderful if you're looking for a certain thing. Again, it's cotton and linen. Linen, I haven't worked with linen yet. Cotton's my arch nemesis. We will see what happens. I have high hopes that everything will be okay. I hope. Okay, I will do a brief little glimpse into my projects here, but hopefully it won't take us an eternity to upload this video. So if you're still with me, and you're my hardcore followers, thank you, I love you. Alright, so I'm just going to show you guys my knitting. I've only knit on 2 things, not even going to hide that. Oh, I almost forgot one more stash item that I got, and it's huge. Wait for it. This I need to turn the computer for. You can't even see the top of it because it's so tall. I got a cone tree, is what they call it. It turns. I got it half price at Baker Studio. Baker Studio and Old Mill Yarn. They're like owned by the same people. So they're out of Allegheny, Michigan. And yeah, that cone tree I got for half price. And I covered it in my shawls because my shawls were always buried otherwise. So now you get to see all my shawls. So I've got my 2 Shake It Up shawls. I've got my Stephen West one up top there. And I've just got a bunch of shawls. So, and then you can see the cones kind of out the side here. Whoop, other side. Cones and cones. And it spins around and it's covered in cones. Coned yarn. And I got more coned yarn. I did. I purchased a couple more from Baker Studio or Old Mill Yarn. They're online. Old Mill Yarn. You can look it up on there. And yeah, I did. I bought another thing. Oh Lord. Anyway, now we'll get into projects. I know I'm scattered, you guys. I'm trying not to be, but my brain is going in a million directions because this video is getting long and I'm trying not to make it long. I'm honestly not sure where I left off last time, so I might be lying. I might actually have only knit that much, but I think I was somewhere up here last time, so I think I did, or I was here last time. I am now doing the ribbing at the bottom. So this is Andrea Mowry's. I have no notes in front of me, by the way. This is totally ad-lib. This is her Alpenglow 1. It is her Rhinebeck sweater for this year. Again, Andrea Mowry is the designer. I am using mostly yarn from Stonehedge Fiber Mill. They're Roxy farm yarn. These are their crazy yarn, so it changes from color to color. And then this is my hand-dyed alpaca blend, my Suri, and it is the colorway is escaping me. Is this sad or what? I'm sorry, guys. There's no excuse for me right now. It's terrible. It's right in front of my face here. So let me just dig into my pile and I will figure out what I am knitting with. Stardust! Thank you, Stardust. There's some Stardust here. Ignore. No, don't ignore. I do have one of the Suri left because I only need one for this project. So I do have one in the shop if you do want to get that, and it's going to be at a discount if you use the moving sale discount code. But yeah, so it's a very subtle patterning going on here, but I'm doing this ribbing at the bottom and I realized I totally did it wrong. I debated whether I want to rip back, but frankly my brain doesn't have the capacity for it right now. So I'm just going for it. I'm going to do it like this. It's supposed to be 2 by 2. I don't want to give that too much away. I did pay for this pattern. But I totally did it wrong. So if you're looking at this going, wow, those stripes look different and you're working on it as well, you're right. They totally are. Totally different. So I'm almost done with the bottom. And then I'll start on the sleeves, which I'm excited because it's so much fun. And I'll have this wonderful warm sweater for the fall that's coming up. It's actually cold these days. It's 59 degrees at night here right now. Isn't that crazy? I wake up and it's cold outside. Unreal. Anyway, last project that I've been working on, rattling through this because it's probably going to take forever to upload this video. Next is the Rain or Shine shawl by Stephen West using mainly Multifarious Nature yarn colorways. I did a lot of knitting on this. We went up north this past weekend and I knit like crazy on this and like crazy on that sweater. So this is primarily using my Suri base held double. So as it said, stated in previous videos, this is raspberry with a white, not Multifarious Nature colorway, but raspberry is my colorway. Then we have tropical and that white color, and then I have tropical and aurora held together, aurora and a one-of-a-kind color and raspberry held together. So that is what I am knitting this with. I am basically out of my alpacas. This is basically all I have left of my Suris at this point. So I told you guys I wasn't sure if I was going to break into that second skein of my Suris. I think I might, because I like big shawls. And while this shawl is quite beautiful, it is not massive right now. It's decent. And if it gets blocked, it'll get a little bit bigger. But it's not like I can wrap it around myself right now. And I want to be able to wrap it around myself. So I still have a decent amount of these two colorways. That's raspberry, and this is that white. So I don't know. I might break into those. I really didn't want to do that, but I might break into it because I'm just not there yet. I mean, it's beautiful. I don't know. I might leave it. I don't know. I'm so undecided. I'm so indecisive right now. It's ridiculous. Okay. Anyway, it's super slippery though. Be careful if you have metal needles. I do not have stoppers on this, and I really should get some because holy moly, this thing slides around like crazy because that Suri, it's so soft. It just slides all over the place. So that's that Stephen West Rain or Shine shawl. A lot of fun. A lot of fun to knit on. That thing just flies off the needles. I'm not done with it yet, but when I knit on it, I get clearly serious progress, and it's getting to a large capacity of stitches and still just flying off the needles. So that's about it. I'll give you, like I said, I'll give you a more proper tour of this knitting studio area when it gets actually pulled together, because right now it is a cluster, and this is probably going to stay this way for the most part, but this will probably get moved because this is just sock yarn. That is not my sock yarn. This is sock yarn that is from other companies and stuff. But the goal, at least at the moment, is this going to be my Multifarious Nature hand-dyed yarn. I have some like acrylic on the other side here, and then this is going to be mainly wools. These are like hand-dyeds from other hand dyers. We've got a bunch of crazy yarn here, Stonehedge Fiber Mill. So, and then fiber, bunch of fiber. That's fiber for spinning, and yeah. But my goal is I need to get everything set up for dyeing downstairs now before I get too much further in here. So it's kind of both. It's kind of, it's a ebb and flow, right? So I have to unpack my yarn so that I can easily ship it and not have insane chaos of digging through boxes, which is, I've done it. I did it. I will do it for you if you order it, but I don't need to do that now because it's out. But yeah, if you order yarn from me, I will dig through the boxes for you. I will. Yeah. But I'd love to hear what you guys are doing. I'd love to hear what you're up to. I hope you are doing well. I'm sorry I've been a little on hiatus here. It's if you happen to wonder where is she? What is she up to? That's what I've been up to. I've been moving, but I just want to show you guys the doors to this little room here. I don't want to get emotional. I will not get emotional. This house is such an answered prayer. Years. It took us 2 years of looking for a house to find a house, and this house is really special. I'm not gonna get emotional, but anyway, I just want to show you the studio briefly, a really brief tour here. So I've got my yarn wall behind me. So you've seen this area, and then like I said, over here is primarily like acrylic. And then this way we've got the yarn tree. And these doors are so cool. Yes, they are on those things, and I have a transom window, and they're on rollers. Oh my gosh. Okay, this video is so I will leave you guys with that. Hopefully this won't take forever to upload, and hopefully you will see it soon here, because I miss you and I want to catch up with you, and I'd love to hear from you. So please do comment below. Let me know what you're up to, what projects you're working on. If you went to Michigan Fiber Festival, I would love to hear your thoughts on the festival, and if you bought anything from the festival, I'd love to hear what you got your hands on, because I'm just a huge fan of it. So have a great rest of your week, and I will catch up with you soon. Take care. Bye.